All right, early morning game. Starters are out. Mason wins the faceoff, pushes it back towards Jackson. Jackson off the boards up to West, gets through. Devin's now going to pick it up. He's going to go ahead and bring it in the zone, makes the slot, puts a kind of a soft shot on goal, but does get it towards the net, and looks like the orange team almost iced the puck. They sent it down, picked up by Devin. Devin backhands it, looking for Noah. Noah's going to have to go chase it down here. Noah loses it here in the corner, trying to get it back. And he's able to shove off his guy. He does gain it back here, going along the boards up to the point. Puck's going to get shot into the opposite corner here, and into the corner. And they're going to send it up towards the point to West, and it's going to wrap all the way around the goal. And we're a little out of sorts, but luckily they send it out of their own zone. And come back up. Mason now picks it up. We got Goody out there now. Eli's out there. Mason misses on the pass to Eli. Eli giving pressure. We're going to get the rest of the chains going here. So Declan out there, Goody, Kaz, Eli, and Julian. So we got that full change. And puck at neutral ice here. Brought into the zone by Julian, trying to get it over to Eli. Held in by Declan, who scoots it down towards the net. Eli trying to grab it. Nice check by Julian. Reverse hit here. They work their way in on James. They do get past James, but now they got to get past Declan. Sent across, saved by Logan. And nice job by Declan to pick that up. Eli's grabs it now, and he goes off the boards. Can't quite get it out. So Declan's going to have to bring this out of the zone here. Declan on the boards, looking back for Eli. Eli pops it up to Kaz. Kaz gets on his horse. Here he goes. We are on offsides. Julian couldn't quite say onside, so offsides coming out of the zone here. Guess I should see who this orange team is. They have the face-off comes back to Dane. Dane off the boards up for Nolan. Nolan couldn't quite bring it in here, so Logan having to chase. They're going to wrap it all the way around the glass. And out of the zone, Maxon now pushing it forward. As they come back through here. Nicholas kind of holding his cut off as he pulls off. Maxon helping out. Maxon's able to get it out. Nice shot by Maxon. There goes Nolan. We are playing the goals, I think. So that's what we shall call them. All right, pinch by Dane. Dane sends it on net. Goes wide up to the other side. Nicholas puts it back down to 2. Logan trying to get it as the goal, send it off the glass and out. This is rolling pretty good, so it should ice. Icing called off. Nicholas breaks it out, and he's going to ice the puck. Oh, it's really loud. We have a game right behind us, too. So there's a lot of commotion here. All right, Wes and Devin and Mason back out there. Jackson and Noah. Face-off won by the goals. Comes back to the blue line. Shot in, deflected wide by Noah. Back behind the net it goes. Jackson's working. Jackson comes out with it. He's going to go ahead and bring it up the ice. He's got a lot of space in front of him. Along the boards up to Devin. Devin can't quite corral it in, so back to Noah it goes. And then Noah's going to bring it back, and he's going to send it up looking for Jackson. Jackson wraps it around, and he gets it picked off. Needed to hit that pass a little bit harder. It wasn't a bad pass or bad idea, but he does need to hit that harder. Down by the post. Now Jackson comes out with his neck guard is flailing from his body as he brings it up the ice here. He gets holds off the puck enough for Mason to get a hold of it. We're kind of moving a little awkwardly this morning. Kind of push it towards the net, but nothing doing. And kept in by Devin here. And Devin's able to poke it away. So now it's off the boards. Jackson there. He's able to get the puck back. And makes his way back to Mason. Mason out of the zone. And we're just, like I said, moving a little slow this morning. Kind of looked like we ate burritos for breakfast. Shot in, saved by Logan. Tipped up by Wes. We got some room. Here goes Wes. West into the zone now. Declan Goody out there. Gets shoveled toward the center of the ice. Ball's on their way out. Picked off by Mason. Mason to Declan. Declan wraps it around the boards. It's going to go to the point, not out. West grabs it. West can't quite corral it as the goals shove it back in. Declan's going to grab it now. He's going off the boards, but wings aren't on just yet. They're making a change. Goody grabs it. He sends it up for Kaz. Looking for Kaz. Stays in at the point. And back down deep it goes. And got it. There we go. Kaz is going to grab this. Kaz overskates it. Again, just a little off this morning. Got to fine tune our touch. All right, Dane and Nicholas coming onto the ice. Forward staying the same. Kaz wins the faceoff back to Dane. Dane brings it up. Nicholas right there almost has his pocket picked. Is able to get it back to Kaz. Kaz brings it back into the zone, and now he's going to take it out here. Kaz brings it through, beats one. Trying to pass. There he goes. There's Nicholas. Nicholas hammers it. Puck's still loose. Not a bad series there. Shot in by Kaz for the shot pass, and Eli almost got to that. Goal sent it all the way down. Icing called off because Nicholas just kind of missed it when he could have gathered it in. Eli's now grabbed it. He's taking it behind the net here, and he's going to bring it up and out. Or sorry, that's Julian. There goes Julian along the boards. He's going to make his way into the dots. Shot off the shin guard and into the corner. He's got Kaz with him. Is trying to get it free here. Kaz comes out with it. Kaz trying to beat one. There's Maxim now. He's in there. He dumps it down deep for the cycle. Kaz trying to go get a hold of it. Kaz does come out with it here. He's got Nick if he can find him. I think he actually went to the wrong spot. He thought Nick was at the point. Nick was not at the point. So we got to gather it back up again. Nolan out there now. Nolan brings it into the zone. He loses it at the blue zone. We got to go touch back up. Logan drops it in. Here we go behind the net. As the goals go with the big stretch pass, and this will ice. So coming all the way back down in the offensive zone. So we got Logan, Maxim, Nolan out there, Jackson, Noah. Nolan in their corner. Puck comes out, and they're going to work their way in. They try to dump it in on Jackson. He steals the puck, but the goals kid is right there and pops it back down deep. Noah's going to grab it. And he's going to go ahead and get it up to Maxim here. Maxim sends it out. Nice pass to Nolan. Nolan's got one to beat. And he does it, but can't quite get enough stink on it to get a good shot off here. So Nolan on the back check, and they're just going to dump it in the zone after reaching the red line. Noah picking it up. He backhands it to Jackson a little too hard as they come in, and they got to work behind the zone now. Jackson checks his guy off. Said we're just a little bit off. We're just missing just a little bit. Maxim gets to it first, and he's able to shovel it out. Nice job by Maxim. Mason back on the ice now. Jackson with the check. A little bit of an awkward open ice check, but I'll take it. He got the puck, and he got knocked down in the process. But like I said, I'll take it. And we'll see if we can work our way out of the corner here. Devin on the ice now. He's coming to help out. Wes has got it. Passes to Devin. Oh, it almost hit off the back of a skater skating in. Devin now trying to doopsie-doo. Gets it to Mason. Shot blocked. And they're going to clear it into their own bench. So good pressure by those guys. Good flurry. Forwards are going to stay out. We're going to get a defensive change here. As we got Goody and Declan now out on the ice. Face-off goes into the goals corner. Send it up. Goody's there. They're going to chip it over. So Declan's got to go grab this. And Declan wraps it around the boards looking for Wes here. Wes gets to it first, trying to shovel it to James, but just misses as the goals send it back down deep. Declan now trying to shovel it up for Devin. Devin gets it up to Mason, comes back down, it's pinging around. James going to have to get a hold of this in the corner. He gets it up for Wes. Wes can't quite hold on to it, and back down deep it goes. Declan now back along the boards, looking for Wes again. Wes is able to corral it. Nice turn by Wes. He's got open ice. We got numbers. We got a 3-on-2. Clean entry into the zone. Wes pulls up and gets it hit off the stick, unfortunately. And here they go. Nice recovery by James. That kid had a step on him, so nice recovery to deny the breakaway. James holds his guy off. And, oh, look at that defensive play by James. Nice job. He just took on 3 different players and was able to win the puck. Can't quite get it out of the zone now. Now Dane working. He's able to pinch off his player. And he backhands it up and out. Goals now at neutral ice. They bring it down. They dump it into their own zone. And Mason trying to pick it up here on the backside. Dane holds it in. Gets it back to Mason. And Dane taking it down deep. Takes it to the slot shot. Blocked in front. As the goals try to get it out, but kept in by Nicholas. Nice job with Nicholas at the point there. We complete our change. So we got full bodies out there. Let's see if we can keep this in. Kaz giving good pressure. He is able to. There he goes. Kaz strips the puck. Jillian coming. Oh, he whiffed on the pass to Jillian. Goals now kind of in panic mode, and they just chip it out. So Nicholas going to corral this. He hits Eli on the stretch pass. Eli bumps it into the zone. Now he's going to have to go get this. Eli giving pressure as the goals work on their breakout. Picked off by Noah. Eli comes back to help. He's got Nicholas out there with him. And Nicholas off the boards looking for Julian. Makes its way into the zone. And Eli back to Julian now. Julian he didn't quite have enough momentum there to make that move, so we got to go back and get it here. Kaz coming out to help as they dump it down. Nicholas around the boards. He's just going to hit it off the boards and up. Nice job by Nicholas. And Maxim out there. Maxim giving pressure. Kaz still out there. Nolan, they give it right to Noah. And Noah's going to wrap around the goal here and do a reverse and off the boards to Nolan. And it's going to go down the ice here. So no icing. As they chip it up and back down. No icing again. Logan gets it over to Noah. Noah's going to reverse. And he's going to take it up the ice. He gets it to Nolan. Nolan tried to bump it back to Noah. So Jackson's got to go get it now. Jackson behind the net. He pulls a reverse. And another reverse here. Off the boards looking for Maxim. And out of the zone it goes. Can't really get a good flow going. Nice poke by Noah. Jackson now. He pulls it up. He gets it over to Logan. Nice pass. Logan in the zone. Logan pulls up. He gets it poked off at the blue line. So he's trying to shovel it back down for Nolan to get. And it's just working along the boards at the moment. And nice hold in by Devin. Devin's got one to beat. Couldn't make that last move there. Lost the handle. And out come the goals. And they dump it down. James corralling it. James got a lot of space. He goes for the pass, but we're getting a change. Mason picks it up, shovels it to Devin. Devin coming onto it with a little bit of speed. Devin shot. Not a bad shot. Oh, that almost made it past the goalie. Not a bad chance. So we have about 3 minutes left, just under 3 minutes left in the first here. Boys are starting to get their legs. Looking a little better, but still got to connect a little bit more. Face-off won by Locos. Gets past James, though. Kind of got lost in the skates. Declan in recovery. He's able to get it up to Mason. Mason gets the puck to the red ice. Trying to get it over to Devin. Gets picked off. As goals bring it all the way back into their zone. And Wes trying to give some pressure here. Wes able to pick it out. He works his way into the dots. Spins around to get some space. He's got Declan. He opts to pass it back to Mason. Mason shoveling it down. Declan getting it in the corner. And he tries the center and almost hit it off the back of the defender. It's sitting there in the slot. James trying to keep it in. We do keep it on the blue line and manage to keep it in. Mason having to give some pressure now. as the goals kind of have to start their breakout over again. Goals errant pass goes right to James. James back over to Declan here. Declan back to James. James back to Declan, who tries to hit Eli. Eli does get enough on it, so there's no icing. Mason's still out there. James corrals it along the wall. Gets it over to Mason. Mason turns. He's got a shot. Gives it to James. James with the shot. Good job. James shot it blocker side there, popped it in. So Mason to James, and Loco's on the board 1-0. Well, we got Kaz, Eli, Julian out there, Nicholas, James. Puck one back by us. Eli can't quite get it. Popped up by Dane. Dane's got Julian. Julian trying to be one. Hits off the skate. We are offsides. No way Julian could have recovered from that. He was already like a yard into the zone right when Kaz picked it up. So come out here. Kaz to take the face off. Same five staying out there. Kaz wins it. Hit up by Eli. Kaz into the zone, waiting for a little bit of help. Gets hits off his stick. Held in again by Julian. Now it goes to the opposite side where Nick's just going to dump it down for Eli. Eli's going to get pinched off. Goals come out with it. They are going to start their breakout here. And we can't hold it in, but Kaz is right there at the blue line to scoop it up. He's just going to get the blue line, go ahead and shoot it in on the goalie. Bad save by the goalie. Eli now working into the corner. And he loses the puck. Kept in. I thought Dane had that, but just popped over the blue line there for an offside. So we will get a change now of our forward core. And we got Logan, Maxim, and Nolan coming out. Face off won by Nolan, back to Dane. Dane off the boards up to Maxim, who dumps it down into the corner. Logan's going to chase this down. They wrap along the boards. And goals on the breakout here. Goals through center ice. They're going to work their way in on Nicholas. Nicholas keeping them to the outside. And behind the goal, Logan's going to go get it. He shoves it up looking for Nolan. Can't quite get it far enough, so Dane's going to come back the opposite way. Hits it to Maxim along the boards, but goals get to it first and send it back down. Looking again for Nolan. Nolan got beat to the puck there, so Dane's still on the breakout. Dane whiffs on the pass. Now he gets it up to Nolan. Nolan's able to flick it up and pass, and Maxim's gone on the breakaway. Here goes Maxim. Puck's rolling on him. Shoots glove side, saved by the goalie. Nolan's also there, almost is able to get that rebound, and that'll do it to the end of the period. All right, Mason, West, Devin out there, Jackson, Noah. Face off won by the goals. working their way in on West. West takes the puck away, and they send it back into their own zone. Devin giving chase now, see if he can win it first. Goals pick it up, and they're trying to break it out here. And here come the goals on the breakout, almost intercepted. Jackson takes the puck away. Jackson's going to pull it back here, and he gets it over to Noah. Nice little breakout. Noah working in. He's going to take it himself. He gets shoved into the ref. Ref actually made a good check. I thought that ref was going down, but he was not. Jackson keeps it in, gets it back to Devin. Devin trying to get it over to Wes. Pops out to Mason. Mason sending it back down. Got deflected back to a goal player. Off the boards and up, held in by Mason again. Hits off of Devin's shin guard and into the zone. Devin can't quite get a hold of it. Jackson pumping up, and they're just going to send the puck down deep. Noah's right there, though. He easily just sends it back up the boards. Devin there to hit the kid unsuspectingly, and we're on the breakout here. Mason into the zone. He's got Wes with him. If he can drop it to Wes. Wes pulls it in. Oh, and lost the handle. Off the boards, up and out. As they're going to work their way in. Mason on the back check. Good back check by Mason. Touched by Wes, so no icing. And Wes going to get this puck. Wes got helped by Eli. Eli trips over or something. And here come the goals. James and Declan out on the ice. James, the goal scorer, and they just shoot it in on Logan. He's just going to go up the side and drop it for Declan. They're making a change, so we got lots of space. Declan, errant pass, goes right to the goals, but then he errant right back and gave it right to Kaz. So Kaz has the puck. He's working his way in. Now Julian, again, we're just kind of mishandling. We're just off just a little bit on like kind of our toe drags here. Goals on the way out. Kaz giving them the business here as they drop it in. Kaz picks it up. Kaz got one to beat because you know he's got speed to burn that guy on the backside. He's got one. He's got a teammate with him in Jillian. He opts to shoot it. Blocker saved by the goalie. Kept into the zone here by Maxim, but now they bring it out. They're going to send it down deep. Declan gets hit by an ice monster, so James going to go get this now. James loses his puck in a player's equipment. Declan back there, he wraps it around the boards. Can't quite get it out as they wrap it back down. Declan holds on to it. He's getting checked and still working behind the goal. Kaz now picks it up. He's going to make his move, and he's going to, nice job, and puts just enough speed onto it for the puck not to ice. Maxim having to run around trying to get a hold of this. He's able to keep his kid in the corner. Nice work by Maxim, keeping that puck in. Here comes Nolan to help, and they're still in the corner. Nolan's now working. Goals player is able to weasel his way out of there. But Declan's there, hold it in at the blue line. Nice work by Declan, getting it to Maxim. Maxim just sent it into the corner because he ran out of any room to work, really, because he had no momentum. Goals send the puck down deep. It is off target, but they don't call the icing here. So Declan now sending it off the boards, looking for Logan. Can't quite work its way out, sticking around the blue line. There goes Maxim with the reverse to Logan. Nolan just gets it out, and he pushes it ahead into the defensive zone, or offensive zone. Sorry, I'm obviously a little asleep too. Goals on the breakout now. Maxim got away with a little bit of a trip. Luckily, that kid didn't have the puck, so refs didn't call it. Into the corner they go. Goody now working out at the blue line as they chip it in on Logan. Logan's just going to cover it up there at the near post. So we're going to get a change. Probably needed. These guys have been out there for a little bit, probably a little tired. And we're going to have Dane and Nicholas coming in to hold up the blue line with Mays and Devin and Wes. About 11 minutes left in the second period. Face-off won by Mason, back to Nicholas. Nicholas pops it to the board, looking for Devin. Devin can't quite get it out, held in. Oh, Devin almost intercepted it. Kid's working his way into the circle. Shot deflected up and over. Dane on the backside now, comes in front of Logan. Hit out by Devin. He's kind of pinging around. No good possession right now. Mason sends it up looking for Wes. Wes trying to break out. He's mauled by two players, but Mason picks it up. Nice job for Wes with the stretch of the leg. Oh, Mason almost hit Wes too. Now Nicholas gets to Wes. Wes drag moves again. We got to start shooting it. Got to just start shooting it there. Wes is good, but it's pretty hard to make a move on two guys without any speed going on. Up to Wes. Wes got some moves, got one to beat. Go, Wes, go. Here he goes. And power move to the net. He's got Devin. Dang it. He has a good pass to Devin. A good idea, but he couldn't quite execute to Devin because Devin was sitting there on the back door. Just not quite enough speed on that puck. But nice try. It's a good opportunity here. So Devin working along the boards. Mason's along the ice, and he's going to get penalized because he shoved the kid's stick away with his hand. Yeah, you can't do that. Actually, the refs kind of delayed the penalty there. I'm surprised they delayed it so much, but yeah, when the kid sticks on the ice, can't shove it out of the way. Yeah, can't do that. It was pretty obvious. That's one where you like accidentally hit it with your knee on the way up. But no, that was a full hand on the stick and a push. Yeah, he was protecting it by not stepping on it. But anyway, on the penalty kill we go. Back to the point for the goals. Kaz out there, Jackson, Noah, and Julian. They're back behind the net. And working their way into the circles. They're back behind the net still. They send it up front. Shot saved by Logan. Nice shot by Logan. And they try to send it through the crease. Can't get it by Noah. So they got to try again. They bring it back out. Shot saved by Logan. Rebound comes out. Noah's trying to get to it off the glass. He does get it out, but it's stopped by the ref. Kaz now. Nice job, Kaz. Picks the pocket. Number 67, and then a missed check on the other player, but Kaz lost his stick in the process. Kaz going back now. He's hitting without his stick, and they're going to work their way in on Jackson here. Into the corner. Jackson pokes it away. Can't quite strip him, though. And they're going to dump it back behind the net. Nice job by Noah to get to that. And Noah's now working. He's trying to push it up. They push it up to the point. Eli trying to win it. Can't, but scared him enough that it comes to Noah. And Noah's going to send it down. So we're going to get a partial forward change. Julian going to go off. That was risky business. A little bit of an interference by the goalie, but they're not going to call the goalie. They're going to send it down to center ice here. They're going to work their way in. There's only 8 seconds left here in the power play for the goals, so hopefully we can hold it off. Noah's going to grab it. He's going to send it all the way down, and it goes off over the bench. So we'll at least make a change, get some fresh bodies. We do kill the penalty, so good penalty kill by that group. And Declan and Goody coming in, Nolan, Logan, and Maxim. Game behind us, there's a lot of scoring in the game behind us, so it's pretty loud over there. Shot deflected up into the netting, so we're going to have a reset here on the faceoff. All right, Logan to take this face-off. Face-off stays in the dot, poked up by Maxim, and Nolan's able to roll it down, but this is going to ice. Oh, no icing called. Nolan in there pinches off his guys. Got no real help with him at the moment. There we go. There's Maxim. They're going to kind of try to work their way out here. Poked away by Declan. Stays in right along the blue line. They're going to finally just shovel it out. They're going to shovel it right to Declan. Declan's going to take it. He's trying to get the pass. Pass gets picked. And they're trying to hold it at the blue line. Unlucky hit by Logan. Shot in. Moving to score. Logan made the first save. It was a good first save. Kid was wide open in the dots, but then they had a kid on the follow-up. And we were not able to stop the follow-up. So tie game here. Boys have got to wake up a little bit. This is definitely the worst game we've played so far, so hopefully they can get going. All right, we got Mason West, Devin out there, Jackson, Noah. Face-off won by Mason back to Noah. And Noah gets it up back to Devin, hops over Devin's stick. And back through the center, but picked off by Wes. Wes into the zone. He's going to try to get to the center, but can't. So they're going to work on their breakout. Jackson hit the puck, deflected. Noah's going to pick it up. Noah's got a whole head of steam as he brings it in. He takes a shot, gobbled up by the goalie. So same five staying out there with the goals, make a change. You should be scoring a lot more on this goals team. They're not good, so we got to start putting these in. Pass tried by Devin, doesn't make it back there. Goals pick it up as they go around the corner here. West now having to get it. They're going to wrap it back around. Oh, Noah on the deep pinch, and he does get to it first. Wraps it back behind the net. Goals pick it up, and they're going to go off the boards right to Jackson. Jackson shovels it back down deep. Mason going to get it behind the net here. Mason gets shoved off, but he's maintaining control, and then gets hit high, but no call as it comes back to Noah. Tries to send it on the net, and it gets intercepted. Through Jackson's feet, down in the zone. Jackson now having to give chase to his player, and the player is able to chip it past him into the corner. They center it right to West. That was a bad mistake. Here goes West. West overskates it, so Jackson's got to grab it here. Jackson makes the red line. He's just going to dump it into the corner. Mason making, he's going to have to give pressure while we get a partial change here as they send the puck up. Noah's back there with him. Noah able to shove the guy off. Good work by Noah. And Noah opts to take it up ice. He backhands it looking for Eli. Can't quite get it out. Eli having in. Mason now grabs it. Mason's been out there for a while. He makes the red line. Trying to get over to Eli. It does work. Eli misses on the shot. And Julian now coming in, getting a defensive change. Goody out there trying a centering pass. It's bouncing around. Declan running onto this. And they're just going to get it, and they're going to ice the puck. Icing called off. They've called off a lot of icings. I don't really understand it. But anyway, Goody gets it up to Julian. Julian's got lots of space. Julian takes it in. He works it in the side. Shot near post goes high and over. Goody sends it back for Kaz. Kaz working his way in. Kaz on the reverse. Gets it to Julian. Julian on the reverse. Julian's getting some room. He opts it for behind the net here. Shovels it back for Kaz. Let's see if Kaz can bring it out in front. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Still in the crease. Can't pop it in. Nice try there by Kaz, but couldn't pop in the rebound here. Kaz again on the shot, blocked right into the kid's chest. And still holding on to it, though. Good job by Julian. Julian working along the boards now. It does pop out, gets past Declan, but Goody's on the backside to scoop it up. He's going to go off the boards back up to Eli, and we're going to go back into the zone here. Eli loses the puck, and Kaz there, though. Kaz strips it. Good job by Kaz. He kicks it down into the corner. Go to the net. Go to the net. Kaz now with the reverse shot. It's right there. Can't quite get it. James now gets it over to Declan. Nice job by James. Declan down to Kaz. Kaz is going to get one, man. He's all over this net. Oh, gets it over to Julian here. Skips over Julian's stick, so he's got to recollect it. He gets it to James. James back to Julian. Julian looking for James on the one-timer. A little bit of a whip. Didn't get all of that, so it goes in the corner. It's out front. Here goes the reverse. Declan. Oh, it's right there. It's sitting in the crease. We just cannot poke this puck in to save our life. So close. We were trying. I think their player actually supermaned and laid on it. All right, Dane and Nicholas out there. Logan, Maxim, and Nolan. 4 minutes left here in the second. Logan take this face-off. Face-off goes into the corner. Logan trying to fight for it. Maxim trying to fight for it here. Goals were able to break it out. Goals on the breakout. Nicholas keeping it along the boards. Nicholas into the corner. Helped by Dane. Dane's able to pick it up, swing it back around. Unfortunately, he didn't have anyone over there, so Nicholas trying to get it. Goals give it up to the point here. They make a terrible move on Nolan. Nolan's gone. He's got a partial breakaway. Nolan with the shot over. So Maxim coming in here. And they give it right to Logan. Logan gets it to Dane. Dane trying to dump it down. Can't quite do it. He is now able to do it on the second try. Maxim getting it behind the net. They send it back around. Dane's holding it. Dane back down for Logan. Maxim just fell in the crease for no reason. Back to Dane. Dane sends it in. Maxim on the backdoor backhand. Wide. We have got to score. This team is awful. Come on, boys. Here we go. Nicholas off the boards. Up to Logan. And it misses on the pass, and that better ice. Okay, there we go. They finally called an icing. Really good pressure by that 5. We just cannot find the back of the net. So here we go again. Let's retry. 3 minutes left. Let's get one before the ZAM comes out, boys. All right, Mason, Devin, and Wes out there. Jackson and Noah. Face off 1, back to Devin. Devin looking for Noah. Noah sends it in. Hits off Mason's shin guard over to Wes. Wes in the corner now. He shovels it down deep. Mason's going to go have to chase it. They give it right back to Wes. Wes gets it to Mason. Mason's got some space, and he's going to give it up to Noah at the point. Noah loses it, and now they're going to go on a breakaway. Now, Noah's fast, though, so he can recover. Does recover. Jackson picks it up in the backside, back to Noah, and Noah sends it out. And he's going to, puck's rolling just slow enough. It's not going to ice. So we are back up. Mason grabs it here. Mason off the glass looking for Devin. Picked up by Wes. They hit it away from Wes here, and they're able to break it out. Jackson hits a skate, falls over. Wes now trying to get up to Mason. We got Devin. Mason's got Devin. And nice pass. Oh, just behind Devin, just behind him. And Noah trying to hold it in here at the point. And still kind of holding it in. Wes shoveling it up. They finally shovel it down deep into the corner, and we're going to get a partial change. Mason's still out there. He's got Eli. Eli wins the puck, shaken into the zone. We are onside. Eli's still there. Gets it over to Mason. Here goes Mason. Mason's shot. Nice shot. Rebound in front. We missed the rebound. Noah out there. Noah hits it off of a body, but it makes its way down into the corner. And whistle blown. So James and Declan out there with Kaz, Julian, and Eli. Face off, stays into the zone. Eli in the corner with Jillian. Jillian comes out with it. Jillian to the dots. Shoot it, Jillian. Jillian shot it. Glove save. All right, Kaz will take this face off again. Still 1 minute in the game. Jillian, they're talking to you, kid. Julian just staying in the circles. They just let him stay there. All right, Julian has the puck. Gets it over to Kaz. Kaz back for Declan. Declan was able to get to it on time. He had a guy right on him. Kaz now gets it. He's able to get it by 1. Over skates it a little bit. He's got to collect it in his skates. Hits it off the boards, looking to get it back to Julian. Eli now coming in. Julian along the boards. Julian and Eli trying to get it to each other, but no one really has great possession as it goes all the way over. James gets to it first, sends it back down. Nice work by James. Julian now trying to get a little bit of space. He does. And he's going to take it to the dots here. Gets it into Eli, who hits it behind him. And off the boards, James holding it in. James still holding it in at the point. Again, lots of good pressure. We can keep it in the zone. We just can't finish. Eli off the boards, trying to get it in for Julian. And Bulls are going to clear it out. Hits off of Declan's shin guards. Declan working his way. He's going to take this thing. He's got a little bit of space. Puck was rolling on him, though. Hard to settle that down. Still holding it in, and that's going to do it for the period. I think those guys did like a 2-minute shift in the period there, so we're going to go to the third, 1-1. All right, back at it. We'll see if the boys can play. Put together 15 minutes here. Maiden West 7, Jackson. Face-off stays in the dots. No one can quite gather it up here. Goals come out with it. They make the red line, and they dump it down into the corner. Noah going to get this now. He's able to win the puck back. He's got some room in front of him. He's going to take it himself, and it's kind of getting hassled, so not a clean breakout necessarily. Mason there, they're going to work their way in on Jackson. Jackson keeps him to the outside, but they go through the crease. Nobody there, though. Picked off by Mason. Mason hits it off his stick here. And back out, straight to Wes. Wes in the dots. Shoot it, Wes. There we go. So, hockey mom logic, if you don't tell the kids to shoot it, they don't know to do it. Wes listened, obviously, and popped it up. Nice, easy lob right over the goalie's shoulder. So good job, Wes. Finishes it off. Nice job. So Wes on the board. He's been looking for that one so far all the tournament. Hopefully this will open up the floodgates a little bit for him. And 2-1. So Goody now in, and we got Kaz, Eli, and Julian out there. Julian now with the puck. The ref takes out Kaz. That was kind of funny. Anyway, Julian kind of into the corner. He's got help from Eli. It's pinging around the boards. Kaz in there now, too. Kaz brings it out. Eli trying to get to the front of the net here. And Kaz spins out and then tries to dump it down deep. Not enough on it, so it kind of just sits there. Along the boards now. Goals come out with it. They wrap it around. And they're going to begin their breakout. Errant pass goes right to Goody. He's going to get a little room for himself and bring it back for Declan. Declan back across the ice for James. James has to recollect it off the boards, looking for Eli. Eli missed on the shovel pass to Julian. So here come the goals into the zone here. Along the boards, and they're going to shoot it. Bad save by Logan. All right, Nolan, Maxim, and Logan out there. Dane and Nicholas. About 13 minutes left here in the game. Logan to take this face-off. Won by the goals. They're going to go back to the blue line. They try a D-to-D pass, errant pass. Except we should be burying these guys. These guys can't hold on to the puck at all. Anyway, nice pass by Maxim to Logan. Logan's going to take it and dump it into the zone, and he's going to go get his own puck here. No one to help him out. No one comes out with it. No one in front of the net, though, yet. Maxim tried to charge in there, but couldn't quite get there in time. Dane's going to have to go get this puck, and he's going to do a D pass. Actually, Maxim's opting to take it. Maxim off the glass, looking for Logan as they do a spin move. Nice reverse hit by Maxim as he wins that puck and sends it into the corner. We're going to get a change here. Wes is out there. He's going to try to slow him down. Again, this errant pass by the goals, now almost picked off by Mason. Nicholas still out there. He's got Dane across the ice here. He's going to opt to switch it, gives it to Devin. Devin's got a whole lot of room in front of him. He can get to this puck. Nice poke to Wes. Wes works his way into the slots. He's going to turn around. He's got Dane again. Couldn't quite do the reverse, and they're going to work their way on Noah. So Noah hits it off. Nice defense by Noah. And goals back through. Nice pressure by Devin. Gets it over to Noah. And Noah's going to do a spin move, get himself some space off the glass to Wes. And there goes Devin and Mason. Mason over to Devin. Devin's got some space. Devin to the circle. Nice shot. Glove saved by the goalie, though. So Jackson and Noah out on the ice with Julian, Kaz, and Eli. Kaz will take this face-off. Face-off makes its way to the goals, and they're going to break it out here. Poked aside by Noah, and then they dump it down deep. Jackson having to get this, and he gets hit offs. Jackson now working along the boards, able to get it out to Kaz. Kaz up. Kaz brings it in. He gets it to Eli. Eli overskated the puck here as they come back out. Jackson able to get a hold of this puck. As he's going to skate this, he's going to turn, get a little bit of space. He can hit Kaz. He does do a stretch pass. It makes its way over to Kaz. Just kind of luckily, Kaz backhands it back to Jackson. And he's going to get it to Noah. A little bit of a dangerous pass there. And Logan's just going to kind of hit it back up here. Goals on the breakout. And here they're going to work their way in on Maxim. Kaz out there. Maxim does hit the puck. Unfortunately, goes right to a goals player. And they're going to send it back across. Oh, that was almost in. And Kaz got it. Jackson pokes it up. Gets it to Maxim. Maxim along the board. This is going to ice, though, because it's rolling. We're just kind of being just a little bit lazy. We're kind of giving them a little too much space instead of a little bit higher pressure. So we need to pick up the energy level here and not kind of sit back and wait for them to come to us. All right, Logan out there. Face-off goes right. Ooh, it was going back to Logan. He almost gloved it, but Declan got to it. Nolan hits it up to Logan. Logan brings it into the zone. He's going to dump it, wrap around for Maxim and James to try to get this along the boards. Goals come out with it here. And they're going to work their way in into the corner. And it's kind of just pinned along the boards. Goals come out with it. And James kind of shoves his guy off it, hits it up, but can't quite get it out. So they're back down deep. Declan, no, grabbing this. Declan does a reverse here, does a second reverse, trying to get it over to Logan. Goals tripping all over. Everyone's falling on the ice. Nolan coming in, trying to shield that puck. Nolan trying to get it. He's got 3 goals over there, 2 Locos. We do come out with it. Nolan shoves it to the point, but there's a goal right there. So they're back down deep. They hit it off their own guy back to Nolan, and Nolan's able to chip it out. So Nolan giving some pressure. He's got Maxim with him. And James gets a hold of it and sends it out. This is not going to ice, so not a bad bit of clearance as we get a change. I think Maxim's going to get a call for some extracurricular activities. They should take them both, but instead they're delayed penalty here on Maxim. So we just got to touch up on this puck. It goes into the corner. We just got to go touch it, Nicholas. We miss it. And now there's another call. So I think an interference hit here on Nicholas. Nicholas is holding his head. Hopefully he's okay, but they are going to be cross-canceling. So I think we're probably going to be going to 4-on-4 possibly. Or it might be kept at 5-on-5. Not really sure. Okay, so I don't know what's going on because the ref was holding up his hand for a delayed penalty on Maxim, it looks like. But I guess they opted not to call it, and they just called the hit against the goal. So we're on power play. All right, so back to Devin. Devin to Julian. Julian back to Devin. Devin across to Mason. Mason got some space. Mason along the boards back to Devin. Devin kind of chips it back to Mason. Mason had to settle it down. Back to Devin. He's going to bring it to the center of the ice now to Mason. Mason got a little space. Cross pass to Julian. Back to Mason. Mason shoots it. Blocked in front. He's on his knees. Gets it back to Devin here. Devin back to Mason. And back to Mason. Mason's doing a lot of passing here. All right, back to Devin. Back to Mason. And Mason trying to hold on to it until Devin can come over. We got to see if we can switch the field over to Julian on that side. Right now it's just keep away between Mason and Devin. There we go. Lane opened up. Devin shot. For the rebound. Shot it by Julian. Shot wide by Julian and all the way out. It's going to roll all the way down. Here comes Devin. Devin into the zone. Good entry. And we are set up. So back to Mason. So we'll watch the Mason Devin passing for a while again. I think get out of the zone here. Devin back to Mason. Mason back to Devin. We're going to get a little bit of a change. Julian in there trying to pop it up the pass. And nice reverse hit by Julian. And now it gets picked off. Mason trying to get back now. Shot saved by Logan. Nice job. Logan got nice and big there. And Mason's still in there. Kaz has to take it out and almost loses the puck in a dangerous spot again. Good job. Good recovery by Kaz. He's recovered, tries to get over to Devin to Nolan. Nolan's got Julian if you can see him. Does not see him. So we are in the corner. Nice pass in front. Couldn't quite get it. So that'll do it. Jackson now. Jackson back down deep. Off the boards and up to Jackson. Jackson holds it in. Can't quite keep it in. And down it goes. Jackson pokes it off the stick. Gets it to Noah. Jackson now. He's going to skate it. He's got lots of space. He just tripped down. So we're going to go back on power play. So nice job by Jackson. So it looks like we're going to go with the second unit to start with here. So James, Jackson, Nolan, Eli, Declan. 6 minutes left, minute and a half on the power play here. They'll probably only be out there for about 30 seconds or so before we get that first unit on. Off the boards it comes, hits the ref in the back. That probably didn't feel great. Eli whips on pass, and they're on a breakaway shorty. Saved by left out. Kid actually beat Logan here. Nice pass. Shot. Glove save. So Kid made a good move and goalmouth wide open, and he hit the crossbar. So extremely lucky. And like I said, we're our own worst enemy today for sure. Just messing up a little bit here. Okay, we survived that one. First unit out on the ice here. We're going to ring it off the boards. Devin gloves it down, gets it to Julian. Julian back to Kaz. Kaz cross ice pass to Mason. We've switched up the positions just a little bit. We'll put Kaz on that side with Julian. Kaz now back in front of the net here. West up front looking for Kaz. Can't quite get it. So back out to Mason here. Mason back to Devin. Devin back to Mason. And West again back to Mason. Mason puts it in, looking for that little tap in by Kaz. Goes through the crease, no one hits it. Devin back to Mason. Mason. He's holding on to it. Back to Devin. Back to Mason here. And shot. Blocked in front. Devin now sends it in the corner. He's going to wrap around. Mason's going to have to pinch. He knocks it down for West. The puck's rolling around. No one can really get a hold of it at the moment. And Kaz is going to come out with a good job, Kaz. We are settled back down. Mason's got it now. Back to Devin. He's going to bring it across the ice. Back to Mason. Across to Julian. Julian couldn't quite get it a shot off here. And Gael's able to bring it out. They're working in. They've got numbers, but good defense by Mason. He brings this player down. Wes has got it. Wes has got space. They're on a partial change. Here goes Wes. He's got one to beat. He just goes through the legs. Actually, not a bad chance there. Almost shot at 5-hole in. And Kaz now. Kaz got a little bit of an opening. Reverse hit. Goalie's down. Puck's loose. Can't quite get to it. So puck ices. They call it off. Why are they waving off this icing? There is no way Nicholas could have gotten to that puck. And it comes back out. Maxim now. Maxim's getting some speed going. And he pulls up. Dane's right there, though. Gets it over to Logan. Logan pops it into the zone. Got about 3.5 minutes left here. And Nolan, nice job by Nolan. He gets it, shovels it across, but Maxim had joined him at the near post, and so no one on the front post there. Luke is plucking away. They're trying. Nice defense by Dane. Maxim loses the puck here, so through central ice, Dane, ice monster by Dane. He goes down, shot in, saved by Logan. And Nolan now, he gets some help by Mason. Is Mason still out there from the power play? I don't know if he's still out there. No, maybe he got a little bit of rest. He's out there now. Oh my gosh. Bowles hit it off the glass and it hit backwards. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Anyway, Mason picks it up. Wes is out there, so I guess they've just swapped. So Wes gets the puck here. Noah's out there with Devin. Oh, Wes tried to pass it to Jackson, who was running on and whipped, but he recovers the puck. He's going to bring it in. Can't quite finish it off, though. Wes is so close to getting a couple extra here. Devin gets it. He's going along the boards. And he's going to hold on to it and shoots the puck, but it's deflected up and over. Wes now holding on to it. Wes trying to get it. And goals sweep it right to Devin. Devin in the corner. And Devin's kind of playing with it along the blue line, gets it over to Jackson. Jackson's going to work his way in, gets it to Wes, who's all by himself. Wes trying to work it to Mason, blocked in front by the goals. Still holding it in, clear from the goals now. They've made their way out. Good back check by Mason, but overskated the puck. And they work their way in. Jackson's going to grab it. He gets it over to Wes. And Wes is going to turn. And he gets it over the red line to Kaz. Devin's going to reverse. Devin gets some space. He's going to finish off the game on a power play, so which I want to say is good, but we've also given up 2 shorthanded breakaways, so I don't know if it's a good thing. We'll see what unit they put out there. All right, so we're going with the second unit here. James, Jackson, Eli, Declan, and Nolan. No more breakaways, boys. Logan can only bail them out so many times. Okay, Declan, face-off, 1, back to Eli, to James. James puts it on net. Bad save by the goalie, not a bad little shot. Nolan trying to get to it now. And kind of lose it along the boards. It sits at the blue line, but it popped up and hit players on the bench here. All right, first unit coming out. Go! So a minute 12 left. We get a hold of it. Kaz going back for Devin. Devin was able to beat his player to puck, but I don't think we realized the goal was right there. Kaz trying to center it. Sweet collects the puck, trying to get it to Julian. Comes out of the zone here. And Devin back to Mason here. Mason back to Devin. Devin's got the stretch pass to Kaz. That's good vision there. Kaz bringing it in. Goes behind the net here. And hit along the boards to a goal player. He recovers it. Gives it back to a goal player. And they're going to send it all the way down. So Devin's going to have to go down there. It's empty net. Empty net, boys. Empty net. I don't know why you'd go for 5-on-5 with an empty net, but I guess they're trying to win. 22 seconds left. And they're going to play 5-on-5 here with an empty net. And they send it all the way up. They're going to work their way in on Devin and Julian. Logan saves it up into the glass. Julian comes out with it, gets it to Kaz. Kaz can't quite get it out. Julian now dumps it down. We are out of the zone. Locos did just enough to win against an awful team. But we win 2-1. So we are going to be moving on. Not sure where we're going to fall in the seeding. Love to have a bigger goal differential because I think that's the first tiebreaker. But all right, I'll see you late tonight at 8 o'clock.
sportsmanship.
Yeah, but you notice Regis, we played Regis, they just left the ice. I know they're Catholic school.
It's nasty. Yeah, no kidding.